right, Brian from the Lido here, along with Katarina. You heard the song. Hello, hello, hello.
That's a good one, Dub.
What?
We were just conversing just before, and also, whoa!
Yeah, you just
We're
cut
live.
us off.
Yeah, you're like, what are we going to talk about?
I don't know.
Let's talk about.
So we were just talking about stuff, and then
then
the
you
music
talked about
played,
other stuff.
And
Yeah.
then Dub said, "Oh, we're on."
I mean, the commercial was done, so.
Good
Yeah.
morning, Brian.
So
Welcome.
thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys now. No, that was quick.
Give Brian a call at 250-785. No, I'm just kidding.
You
We're
got
not
it.
quite
You
there
got it.
yet. Got some fun stuff coming up in the next little while. I know it's a slower-ish season for you as we go into the summer.
It is.
But,
Yep.
but
today, after our little soiree meeting here, I'm going to go home. I'm going to cut my grass.
Nice.
I know.
I gotta cut my grass too.
Summer is a lot more work than winter.
Thanks for reminding me,
Just
Brian.
in case anybody out there doesn't think so.
No, I think
Yeah.
I prefer mowing the lawn than shoveling the snow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
say
as-
that.
as
It's
many
more
others.
fun to work outside in the summer, but there is more of it.
True.
If you own a home.
And man, the hours of daylight up here, it's just
I know.
it doesn't get dark. I just love it.
No.
You know, it just gets dusky.
Yep.
And it's so funny. The world must be very small because it just drops down there and pops right back up on the other side. You know, how does it do that quick?
Right?
I should have stayed in school. I would know these things, right?
Honestly, I have to say, I was still amazes me, but the amount of daylight we get here comparable to Ontario and Southern Ontario, and then it's just so crazy to me. And then I've gone to the Yukon and I've caught the midnight sun almost. It was like 10 minutes off to the midnight sun. And
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy. 5 o'clock Toronto. There's no sun most days.
Yeah.
Unless it's, now maybe till 6, 7, but like 10 o'clock at night, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I remember as a kid growing up here too. You know, we would. I heard about these bush parties that people would go to.
Yeah,
I heard
I
about
Just
them.
heard about them.
Yeah, and they would be out in the bush. Mm-hmm. And it would be, you'd have the campfire, but you could see all night long.
Yeah.
And it was.
You just heard about
some
that
really,
though, right?
Well,
Hey?
that's a rumor.
Yeah.
It's one of those tales.
You didn't see it all night long, but you just heard that you
Reports.
Your
That's
Brian, your brother told you all about them.
Yeah, Ken and Tom, they and Barb, they would always go to these bush parties,
Yeah,
and
and
I'd
you were
just be
just
at
like,
home sewing and
at home reading your
taking
Bible.
care, exactly, just taking care of
You'd be
business.
sewing a pillow for you to sleep over at that bush party, probably.
Yeah, it was growing up in Fort St. John was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
I gotta say, back in the day, it was just we did stuff outside. We just as soon as that summertime, as soon as the snow melted, well, I came back a few times, but after that, spring came and it was just you were outdoors all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
gotta
great.
make the most of it, right? So
Yeah, yeah. And now as adults, we still have that ability to do that and take it. I just looking at the City of Fort St. John's website and just what to do in Fort St. John, and man, this is a busy summer.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be an absolute blast. And I mean, you're having a hand in that, right? Over at the Lido.
For sure. We're going to have the Luna rocking and rolling. Haven't decided on which night to run the Strawberry Jam series, just in context.
That's awesome.
It is the strawberry jam. Oh, that's
it
amazing.
is.
Yes.
Well, it's just, it allows us to showcase different individuals. It's not taking the whole great big band all the way up top. It's designed for what's best, which is just acoustic.
Yeah.
And you singing and up and above.
Yeah, and it's just a nice night to hang out, hear some great live music. It's a pretty chill environment. It's just a nice, a nice evening.
Yeah, so we're really looking forward to, just filling the downtown with some tunes and it's there's plenty of things to do in Fort St. John.
Absolutely.
Fun fact is I was talking to Leanne from Chances Casino, and we're looking at maybe Peace Country Comedy Fest coming up in September, maybe working together and getting it back to what it was supposed to be, which is all the watering holes in Fort St. John would all feature comedians.
Yeah.
So whether you're going to, I was going to say Casey's, may they rest in peace, but places like that, the local pubs, the local breweries, that they would showcase a comedian. Perhaps the golf courses used to become involved as well. Anyhow, so Leanne and I were chatting a little bit about that. And lo and behold, I've made the dream team. We're going to go to Chances Casino tonight. We're going to kick some trivia butt.
Nice.
Oh, cool. Yes.
No,
and
we're
it's
not. I'm
win-win.
not very smart.
Brian, honestly,
But-
you'd beat me in trivia. which is
that's for sure. But
pretty
then let's
low
not talk.
bar. But I'm just saying, it's still higher than
you
the
did
bar.
show up one time, I remember, and you didn't raise your hand. I know. No, you don't know that one.
One answer, and the team didn't believe me, and I was right.
And from that day forward, I know we living on a prayer, right? No, it's going to be fun. We're actually my sister and brother-in-law, the McCrackens, are coming, and we called up Byron Stewart, Councillor Stewart, and his lovely wife Lisa, and we got the dream team going down to Chances tonight. So it's going to be it'll be fun just to see what they do.
Awesome.
You know, a night out and be on the other end of a cocktail and have some fun. We have on July 1st coming up, Canada Day. I'd suggest everybody check out the city's website because they got tons of stuff going on. We've got 2 movies, and I'll see you at one of them, I'm sure, probably both. You're a bit of a movie buff, Katerina. But we've got Butterfly Tale at 3:00 and Rumble at 6.
Yeah.
Paramount Picture Films. We try to choose ones that perhaps people haven't seen yet, but are really rated really well. And we found a couple of real winners, I think, and it's fun. It's about the monarch butterflies that are flying from the north to Mexico.
Yeah.
You know, and all the things that they have to put up with. And it's interesting to see the voices that they put to the characters. Mm-hmm. You know, and the big mean dragonflies have a voice kind of like Dub.
He does his Dub dragonflies voice. Were mean.
She told you, and she even told you again. Now the whole radio world knows that she told you. But yeah, we've got a couple of movies, and they're completely free.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, because the second one's Rumble, which is a wrestling themed. It's not about wrestling, but they are wrestling in it, and some WWE superstars lend their voices.
Yeah, and it's about monsters who are. You know, of course, is the big gentle giant monster who just loves everybody, and he doesn't really want to wrestle. And you know, anyhow, it's such a cute show. It's all kind of like How to Train Your Dragon, but with wrestling instead of flying dragons.
And
I don't know.
Monster.
Yeah.
Do you just remind me? Sorry, Brian. Do you have to like pre-register your spot, or is it just kind of walk in?
No, we ask people to pre-register, similar to the way you guys do it when we do movies at the Lido, where you don't have to pay anything. You just have to register on thelido.ca so we know how many of you are coming.
Yes, perfect.
You know, it's an important thing to do. Just gives us an idea if you want to sit with 8 or 10 of you, that we can make sure we get a spot for 8 or 10 of you to be there. Mm-hmm. Nice thing happened too. We had a lady who actually had booked tickets, and then she realized she can't come now, so she unbooked the tickets.
Oh,
that is such a polite thing to do, rather than just not show.
Yeah.
You know, and the tickets they're not there available for somebody else.
Like, especially just to make it accessible and available for other people, right?
Yes.
Like the fact that it's free, amazing. That means it's accessible to so many families. But then to know that you're not coming, to give potentially another family or group of friends the opportunity to go if it's full is always so nice.
The courtesy, right? Just give it the courtesy. What would you like as a person? And then you do that paying forward, and life's a better place, right? July 4th. Big event for us at the Lido, the hip experience.
Yes.
If you've ever had a chance to experience Gord Downey before he passed away, you know, this band and this lead singer emulate him really, really well. It's a great act. They actually formed in 2017 when Gord Downey passed away.
Yeah. And
you know, they've been doing it ever since and doing it really well. You know, they're sought after all over Canada, northern United States. It's a great act. We do still have some tickets left. I'd like people, you know, make sure they give us a call or hit up the Lido website. Mm-hmm. The hip experience will be just that. It'll be it'll be an experience down memory lane for all those hip show lovers. You know, the Tragical Hip it's an iconic Canadian band that I don't know that anybody else does it like they do.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be a good night. July the 4th, which is a weekend evening. So, you know, get your tickets and come on down to Lido. We've got so many things planned for up on the Luna. Right after that, we actually have a wedding following the hip experience. The wedding's going to be up on the Luna, and it's just a little different venue. You know, a little different place to get married and or to have anything. You want a business meeting, you want to
the versatility.
Oh, yeah. And it's something outdoors, which is all your
That's
own.
true.
You know, we're just actually, Ashley's up there. We're repainting some of the features and stuff of the patio just to get it ready, cleaned up. Sometimes Fort St. John can be dusty. I know.
Just a little.
Yeah, just a little. Well, especially it's the wind. You know, it's the wind, it's the vehicles that travel out of town and travel in town and drop their mud off, and it just becomes... And we drop a lot of dirt on the roads over the winter time that we then have to get off in the summer. Do you see all the workers out there?
Yeah.
Holy terrace, Batman. They're there's just so many barricades. They just finished 104th and 100th, that intersection. Yesterday, they had them all lined up as far as center lines and crosswalks and things on the corner of 102nd Street and 100th, right in front of the Lido. That one's all done. So, you know, as they move throughout town, I'd really suggest, instead of honking at them and flipping them in the bird and, they're getting all angry, you know, just leave a couple minutes earlier and wave at them and say thanks, because soon you'll be not driving over potholes.
And not only that, like, they're hustling. Like, they close one road one day, the next it's a different road. Like, they've moved, they've stopped the original closure, they've moved to the next block or the next street, whatever it may be. Like, they're hustling out there.
Yeah, all the trucks and packers and everything just move to the next block. And then they, you know, just like a bunch of worker bees out there. And Curtis has got his team out there just working like crazy. And, you know, I see everybody's doing something. Yeah. You know, and scooping and sweeping and packing, and it's good to see. It will look nice, you know, when they're all done. Again, they're talking about the 100th Avenue corridor being redone as far as the infrastructure underneath the road. So that's another probably 5 years down the road. But, you know, it's we live where we live, and there's pluses and minuses to living where we live. I think the pluses far outweigh the minuses. You know, as far as, like, look at the weather today. It's going to be just gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Did I tell you
day.
I was going to go cut my lawn today? Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. But yeah, there's lots of things happening at the Lido. We have so many private bookings in that. Yeah. So if someone's looking at doing something, a fundraiser, we actually just got one from the Totem Preschool yesterday. They want to book April. So, you know, we're booking all the way in to the next year. Christmas, if you're looking at doing it, it sounds really silly to start talking white, but it fills up really fast. The Lido does, and if you're looking to have a Christmas party, you should hit us up as soon as possible. We do have multis where, you know, if you're only 4, 5, 6 employees and you do your plus ones, now you're at a dozen people. Do you go to a restaurant, or you come to the Lido, and you know there'll be music and a comedian and games and interaction, and you know maybe you could find your future wife or husband at one of these multi parties. I'm kidding when I say that.
Thanks.
Shaking, really?
I know. As
I
he's
do that?
he's looking me right in the eye. Thanks, Brian.
Well, we have one more chance maybe this Christmas. Maybe that's what I get for Quithmith. It'll be a new. Anyhow,
no comment.
Yes, we digress, don't we? This weekend, I believe, jet boat races.
Yes, that's right.
Down in Taylor. That's going to be, it's so cool to go across that bridge. If you're going to cross the Taylor Bridge during this weekend, make sure your windows are rolled down, and you'll just hear the hum of those engines. It's pretty cool. And to watch the stream that comes out the back and how fast those guys go, it's an exhilarating thing watching it from the shoreline. I can't imagine being in one of those boats and going that fast. Right.
Yeah.
You know, just it's crazy. But again, that's this weekend. Music in the Park, I think, is July 3rd. You know, there's what else? Hudson's Hope has a I don't know. I can't even remember what the name of it is, but it's a grassroots kind of a festival.
The Peace Valley Folk Festival.
Folk Fest.
Yeah, is that this coming weekend? Hey.
No, July 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Yeah. But there's so much going on that if people say there's nothing to do in this town, you're not looking very hard.
I agree.
There's tons to do, and you just need to leave your house and go do it. Mm-hmm. You know? Like Chance's Casino tonight. I challenge you all. The dream team is coming. Well, we're going to do so poorly. That's all right. That's fun.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Brian, if someone wants to find out more about any of the events or booking, how can they get in contact with you?
Best just to give us a shout at the Lido, 785-3011, or thelido.ca. Either way, we can get back to you right away. As if you're looking for an opening, if you're looking to come to a show, you want to know a little more, just give us a call. Love to talk to people. So looking forward to having a busy summer.
Absolutely. Perfect. Brian, always a pleasure, sir.
Dub, good to see you. Katerina, thanks.